Hey everyone, Shawn Clement here, and today we're going to show you how a little trip to Home Depot will fix your chipping or your putting or both. So what I love about a pickaxe is that it acts very much like a battering ram. So if I just take my putting grip, and notice how I'm taking it right through the center between the two palms of the hand here, and I'm just going to let it swing back and through in front of me. So I was doing this with a few students this morning in my Saturday morning group, and I noticed that they enjoy coming in and starting with the chipping first, and I can see how they're manipulating the club and trying to place the club with force and manipulation. And if you do that with a pickaxe, you're going to start really feeling how your core muscle or the core muscles are firing very hard. So if I swing back and through quickly, this is a great way to get a warm-up or a nice core workout. So if I just let it swing back and through without activating the core, so now I'm just going to let it change directions back and through. Same thing here. So notice how I'm not modifying or interfering with that change of direction. And all I'm doing is I'm allowing the weight of this pickaxe to place me, to track its own arc, and I'm not allowing my upper arms to hit my rib cage in each direction. So don't let the left arm hit me, don't let the right arm hit me. Out of the way, out of the way. So I'm just letting my arm club unit swing freely in both directions. Can you see that? So notice how my hips and my legs are starting to move. I have to allow that to happen because half your knee is the femur and the femur is your hip. The only way that this rib cage can really swing out of the way of the upper arms, see how I'm allowing this to swing towards you, away from you, towards you, away from you. See how on the way through here, how my right shoulder, my right arm is free to swing. That's because my rib cage is turned out of the way. That means pelvis has to turn as well. So you saw Shawn Foley with our Brandel Chambly talking about how the only way this can turn is if the legs turn with it. And they had Shawn talking about the femur and the tib-fib. So if I put my hands on top of my legs and I turn, notice how my hands are turning with that. See that? So don't try to keep the legs still. That means your rib cage can't turn out of the way. That means you're going to hit yourself twice. Versus, don't let it hit you. Don't let it hit you. Don't let it hit you. There's a beautiful way to hit these nice long chip shots or these short pitch shots the same way Jason Day and Steve Stricker do it, okay? So once you feel how the weight of the pickaxe is performing its task and it's tracking. So let's say I wanted to take a nice chunk out of this box here. So I'm not going to force the darn thing into the box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to heave it up and let the weight of it take itself through the box. I did that with a bunch of little stumps in my backyard to make way for my putting green. So you're wanting to use the weight of this pickaxe to do the work for you. So now we take a wedge. Here's my lob wedge. Put a ball down. Feel the weight of the arm club unit, and because this club and this pickaxe, even though they weigh differently, if I let them go, they're going to fall to the surface of this planet at the same rate. So the swing, when you're swinging with the pickaxe, notice it's the same rate. Watch the diff. No interference, no interference. Interference, interference. No interference, no interference. Notice how I'm just letting it swing. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Feel the weight of my arm club unit. No interference, no interference. No interference, no interference. So I'm letting the weight of this arm club unit cut through this dandelion stem over that spot right there. So I feel the weight. Let the weight cut through the stem. Notice how lovely that contact was. So there's no interference. I'm just letting the weight of my arm club unit cut through the dandelion stem like a dandelion guillotine. Look how pretty that is. You see how nice and crisp and straight and consistent that is, because it's the same thing as me doing this. See how consistent that is? Because I'm using momentum. So when my arms are being allowed to track with the weight of the club, I tap into that gravity genius of mine, and now I get a sense of distance control very, very easily, okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. Head out to Home Depot. Let's see you swing the pickaxe in both directions. Stay away from kids, okay? And we'll see you in the next one. All the best.